Welcome to True Crime Deep Dive, the YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the lesser-known stories of injustice. No team, no flashy production, just a passion for uncovering the truth. I've always been fascinated by true crime, but not the cases that everyone else is talking about. I'm not interested in covering cases that are already trending or have been heavily covered by the media. Instead, I want to shed light on the forgotten cases, the ones that never made headlines or have been swept under the rug. You see, I believe that every victim deserves justice, regardless of whether their story has captured public attention or not. And that's why I'm here, to give a voice to those who have been silenced and to bring attention to cases that have been overlooked. But it's not just about the crime itself. I'm also passionate about standing against injustice. I firmly believe that the criminal justice system is flawed and biased, and it's our duty as citizens to question it and demand change. Through my deep dives into these cases, I hope to bring awareness to issues of injustice and spark important conversations. Another important aspect of my channel is breaking harmful stereotypes and stigma, particularly those surrounding drug addiction. Too often, those struggling with addiction are portrayed as villains or criminals, when in reality, they are victims of a broken system and often have their own stories of trauma and struggles. I want to humanize and bring empathy to those affected by addiction and show that they are more than just their struggles. So if you're ready to go beyond the surface and dive deep into the world of true crime, then you've come to the right place. Join me as we uncover the truth, seek justice, and challenge harmful narratives. This is True Crime Deep Dive. Let's get started. There's a saying, justice delayed is justice denied. In a world where the scales of justice are often tipped in favor of the powerful, the pristine gavel of a judge can symbolize both hope and despair. In the heart of the justice system, the judge's gavel begins its life untouched, unblemished. It stands as an emblem of fairness, a beacon of truth, and a guardian of the innocent. But as it navigates the complex labyrinth of human stories, the gavel starts to bear the brunt of the system's imperfections. Like a silent witness, it observes the wrongful convictions that shatter lives. It echoes the cries of the innocent, who find themselves ensnared in the web of prejudice and bias. It grieves for the broken promises that tarnish the sanctity of the courtroom, and for the voices that are silenced by the thundering verdicts. Yet, amid the cracks and flaws, the gavel persists. It carries the weight of its duty with unwavering resolve, never ceasing in its pursuit of justice. It's a constant reminder that, despite the challenges, the fight for justice can never be abandoned. In the face of adversity, the gavel strikes back, demanding a system that works for everyone. It rallies against the injustices, it champions the cause of the marginalized, and it amplifies the whispers of change into a resounding call for action. The gavel, in all its cracked and chipped glory, stands as a symbol of resilience. It reminds us that even in the face of harsh realities, the pursuit of justice must go on. It's a testament to the fact that despite the obstacles, the quest for a fair and just world is a fight worth fighting. As we delve deeper into the realm of true crime, let the gavel's journey serve as a reminder that the pursuit of justice is a collective endeavor, one that demands our unwavering commitment and relentless dedication. As we wrap up, ponder on these questions. How do we ensure that the gavel remains a symbol of justice and not of its failings? How can we contribute to a system that works for everyone? And finally, how can we make sure that the voice of the gavel is not drowned out by the noise of injustice? Remember, every crack in the gavel is a story that demands to be heard, a story that calls for change. This
Part. in a sense.
If
Hello, everybody. Are doing well. So, if you have fun with the, sorry, if you guys have been following coverage of Lily's case, before we get into the newest news, I just want to go back a little bit and put into perspective that my theory has, I wouldn't say shifted, but for the most part has been, set on, whatever happened inside the bar is where it started, and it ended up with Riley's demise, and he ended up in the river. But the very first couple of live streams that I did, regarding when Riley first was still missing, a couple of the titles of my live streams were uh, something along the lines of being roofied in Nashville, and because that was what my suspicions was. The first one was Riley Strain. Let's trace his last steps. Riley Strain could have been targeted and roofied on Broadway. That was 3 weeks ago. Ruben came up, and Hotspot even came up for a little while, and she read off a couple of stories that she found on Reddit, and I just did a whole stream, based off of people stories that I could find on, news outlets of people that were roofied in Nashville and or robbed or something along those lines. But in those honky tonk bars specifically is like a hot spot for this type of thing to happen. So that kind of brings us full circle to what we're about to talk about today, which is News Nation did a video, or released a video this morning or a few hours ago. I just seen it a few hours ago, and it was about a text message that Riley sent to his mother while he was still in the bar, and it is very, very concerning in my opinion. So let's just get right into it. Let me share screen. Pull up my bookmarks. That's weird. Okay, never mind. Okay. Pull this up.
Thanks, Alfred. You just download the app.
Join a million using today. Download MyQ and get connected.
Student Riley Strain, who was found dead.
Your company has to do an emergency pivot.
They want the tires to be upgradable, and we can't change the launch date. Dang it.
But since your team is Jira to manage, you've got nothing to panic about.
Especially a new language. So make it easy.
Following closely from day one, the family of college student Riley Strain, who was found dead in a river in Nashville, says the facts from the night he died, they just don't add up. Riley disappeared after he was kicked out of a bar on March 8th. He was in Nashville with his fraternity brothers and friends from the University of Missouri for their formal that weekend. But now, weeks after his body was found, it's a text message that Riley sent to his mom that night that's bothering her. She shared that message with senior national correspondent Brian Entin during their exclusive sit-down interview. Brian joins me live now. Brian, what was the text message that he sent to mom, and why was it so disturbing to her?
Yeah, this is the first time that the family is talking about this. It was really a very, very emotional interview, Mark. You can imagine went missing the beginning of March. His body was discovered in Nashville a couple of weeks later. We obviously covered the story really extensively. Their focus was so much on finding Riley, but now they say that they've sort of had a moment to process all of this as they continue to grieve. There are so many more questions and things that have come up, and one of those questions has to do with the text message that you just mentioned. It's a conversation that Riley had with his mother before he went missing and left the bar about the way his drink tasted. And again, this is the first time she has spoken about this, but it could be very, very important when it comes to what happened here. Now listen to what she told me, Marky.
He had sent me a text and said that he had ordered he was drinking a rum and coke and didn't taste good. And I said, well, you probably shouldn't, because, well, it tastes like barbecue. And I go, that's awful. And he said, well, it sounds good, but it's not.
Well, it normally tastes the same. I mean, that's not something that normally tastes different.
Right.
It has a very consistent taste.
Yes, yes. And that's why I'm like, you probably shouldn't drink that then.
Do you think that could have something to do with what happened?
Yeah, maybe there was something in it that shouldn't have been.
And so, Marky, this is now one of the things that the family is zeroing in on, questioning, could this have had something to do with him disappearing that night? Could he have been roofied? Is this the reason that he ended up in the river? It's something they're looking into, and it's a new revelation we're going to get into tonight. We're going to have the full conversation on Banfield tonight. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern, Marky.
Yeah, it makes no sense that that drink would have tasted like barbecue. And I know the two of them had a close relationship, right? I mean, this was a mother and son who checked in multiple times a day with one another. And Brian, are police still actively, investigating as to what happened that night, or has that kind of been called off?
Yeah, well, first to the first part of what you said, I think it's one of the most heartbreaking things about this whole story is that they were so close, that mom and son. He was an only child. He had been FaceTiming her from the bar that night. They talked all the time, and she knew her son very well. And she says it doesn't make sense, she says, the way that it's explained to her that all of this went down. She's really, really interested in that drink, and the investigation. The police say it's pretty much not ongoing right now. They are waiting on the toxicology results, but there is now a state investigation that we've learned about, which is also new, which could be zeroing in on what happened in the bar that has to do with the drink, and that's something else we're going to talk about for the first time tonight on Banfield.
Yeah, we'll be watching closely. That family has been in our thoughts and prayers, and I know you've kept a spotlight on it yourself. Brian, thanks so much, and for everybody watching tonight on Banfield, you'll have more of Brian's exclusive interview with Riley Strain's family.
So, this is exactly what I suspected happened. Okay, so Riley, in that surveillance video where you see him stumbling after he takes the fall, in my opinion, that is not a drunk stumble. The way that he has his head slouched and he's like, that is, there's just, I don't really know how to explain it, but there's just something about it that screams, drugged. I'm not no expert on it, but just I've done a lot of research the last couple of weeks since being involved in looking into this case, and it's like identical to the T of specifically being roofied with GHB or this other common substance that is used, which is also a what's it called? It's no, a depressant. It's actually not even legal to have at all in the United States, but neither is a meth, and here we are. So where there's a market, there's a factory. So with that being said, it's very commonly used in these bar scenes, like in Atlanta, Nashville, Austin, Texas, because it's there. People can be taken advantage of while they're already drinking, and get their valuables taken, and in some cases lose their life because these people are just kind of winging it when they walk by and they just put it in the drink. It doesn't change the drink color. It doesn't really change the taste to a degree that is like, if you're already buzzing, you really probably won't notice. It's like that, hard to detect, and depending on the type of alcohol it's mixed with, sometimes you can't taste it at all. From the studies and stuff that I've read into, it's more likely to be noticed if it's mixed in like a darker liquor, because of the it'll change the color a little bit and it'll lighten it, and if it'll make it look a little foggy. But the taste is like, liquor is bitter, alcohol is bitter. It doesn't really change it. And if, like I said, if you already have a buzz, or you don't like the taste of alcohol anyways, which I know I don't, and I can only imagine Riley, being the same way. You're drinking it fast anyway and just trying to get it over with, and it's not, it's nasty anyway. So most people don't really recognize that they recognize it by taste, and it doesn't have a smell. It's odorless and for the most part tasteless, and all it takes is a couple of drops of this stuff, or whether it be liquid or if it's in powder form, it only takes just a tiny little bit, and and it'll will and not only intensify what you already have going on, like if you're already buzzing or you already have taken another substance, it will intensify, but it will also bring on its own set of symptoms, or of which are all the same across the board, which is like completely lost, the stumbling with your head down, getting off balance, being over, being your motor, your equilibrium, not losing your memory for the time. Some people completely black out, throwing up violently, and overly friendliness with strangers. Okay, and I feel like that's really important to mention, because people will put themselves in an element that most people would recognize is dangerous and that they shouldn't be doing it, but because they are in this and what's up, buddy, and you just walk right into a freaking shark den. Think about that for a second, though, because Riley was not a dumb kid at all, and a young man. He was about a month graduating with his degree in business and finance. He was very intelligent. I don't think, even drunk, that he would have thought it was a good idea to cross that bridge. Not saying that he didn't get lost, and that he might have even been going to the wrong tempo. But if he was just drunk when he got to that bridge and started getting into that downhill slope of darkness, he would have realized, oh shit, this is not my mode. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be all bright light lit up on Broadway, and this is like the darkest. There's no amount of alcohol that he would have been that checked out. I think that could have kept him would be the fuzz out of his mind on something else, but aside from the alcohol. And then when you factor in that he was on the phone with his frat brothers, and apparently they were tracking him enough to know where he was at and what time his phone stopped pinging, but yet it took them 16 hours before they started looking for him, like really looking for him, and filed a police report. That just, it doesn't sit right with me at all. It really, like, it. I'm not gonna say it's suspicious, because at this point I don't really know, but it's very, very I just, with friends like that, who needs enemies? I mean, no friend of mine would still be my friend after just having regard for my well-being whenever we all, that's just, it's douchebaggy. I'm just gonna say it, it's douchebaggy. To read they have on here on News Nation. Okay. So it says Riley Strain timeline search and discovery of missing Mizzou student. Riley Strain 22 went missing March 8th in Nashville, e- escorted out of Luke's 32 bridge at around 9:30 p.m. for being overserved. Strain's body was spotted in the river by a worker at a nearby business. Okay, then this says the body of missing Riley was found in the Cumberland River in West Nashville, Tennessee, March 22nd. His family had continued to hold on to hope that their 22-year-old would return home safely after he disappeared while on the trip to the city earlier in March. Strain was in Music City for a fraternity conference with his Chi fraternity, Delta Phi fraternity brothers on March 8th when he went missing. He was asked to leave Luke Bryan's 32 Bridge Bridge restaurant. It's your worst nightmare, really, says Ryan Gilbert, Strain's father. Although some cameras captured DeWitt making his way through downtown, heading toward the Metro courthouse, his family explained there were gaps in cameras pointed in the wrong direction and made it hard to know exactly where to look for Strain. Here's a look at the timeline of the event following Strain's disappearance, including the efforts to find him and bring him home safely. Riley Strain disappears. March 8th of 2024 at 9:35 p.m. Strain was kicked out of the bar. In a statement, the TC Restaurant Group, which owns and operates the bar, said its security team made a decision based on our conduct standard to escort him from the venue through our Broadway exit at the front of our building. The TC Restaurant Group said Strain asked to leave after only being served one alcoholic drink and two waters. He was followed downstairs with one of his friends, according to the bar. However, his friend reported returned upstairs. Strain's stepfather, Chris Whitehead, said that one of Strain's friends attempted to leave the bar, but the security team would not let him out at that point. 9 p.m. Surveillance video of smoke and vape shop on Church Street caught Riley in a parking lot at 3rd Avenue and Church Street. 9:47 p.m. Surveillance caught Strain crossing Avenue North to Gate Street. 52 p.m. Strain having a brief exchange on Gay Street to the Woodland Street Bridge, according to police. No video seen after this point. About 9:55 p.m., the last known footage of Strain shows the 22-year-old approaching and walking under the James Robertson Parkway Bridge. In that video, Strain's stepfather said it was not clear whether Strain had vomit on his shirt. Now, this is something that I missed and didn't catch until I was looking at this a few hours ago. This says at 10:15 p.m. that Riley's phone pings, and it shows it is located in the opposite direction of the hotel near James Roberts Way in Gay Street. Detectives claim the last phone conversation Strain had was with one of his friends was around this time. Now, that... Am I breaking up? One second. Okay, am I coming in clear now, or am I still breaking up? Okay, so back to what I was saying. This right here that I have highlighted is very, very important to me, and I don't know how I missed this before. But it says that it's about the last phone conversation with one of his friends, and it was around this time. Okay, well, that changes things for me. Even a few minutes, every minute counts when you're trying to build a timeline. And when you have things that change, whether it be 30 minutes or 30 hours, it irks my soul. There's nothing worse when you're trying to look into a case than a sketchy Spartacus timeline that keeps shifting. It's like there's nothing you if you don't have a solid timeline, nothing. Okay, and these things are just simply things that you have to lock down and should not be something that keeps changing every time I read a news article. And it's so we have, and I spoke with Chris, the family spokesperson, about not as particular pertaining to this, but I had another question, which led me to have this question too. But okay, he was his frat brother when he was crossing the crosswalk, which was at 9:47. Okay, he looks like he's on a FaceTime. I did a video where I like zoomed in and I shut like it looks like he's either unlocking his phone with his Face ID, but he looks like he's talking. And I sent that to Chris, and Chris said, "Yeah, this is where he's talking to his frat brother, one of his frat brothers." And I said, "Okay, I'm glad to have that confirmation because I was curious, what he was doing." But regardless, we know that he owned we're together at 9:47 going from Gay Street, our first street to Gay Street, doing that crosswalk at 9:40. Okay, now according to the timeline that I have been being told this whole time, and I've heard news outlets saying this whole time, at 9:52 is whenever he's seen on body cam, and that his phone pings the last time like 9:58 right under that bridge. Okay, well 10:15 and 9:58 is a big of a time difference. I don't care if it's less than 20 minutes. That's a big time gap. That means everything that I've been studying on this fucking Birch video start over now because I've been paying attention to the wrong 20 minutes. And that pisses me off. Like, get your shit together, Metro. Stop with the fucking the news chase. Seriously. If we had body cam that had timestamps on it like everybody else, we wouldn't have to be filling in these gaps. It would be irrefutable. Why are we playing these stupid games? This is somebody's kid. This is somebody's best friend. This is his nephew, somebody's cousin. Stop fucking around. It's really it irks my soul. Things that this shisty, scroungy ass police department has done. They have pissed me off again today. Like, ugh. Moving on. I digress. So now I have to start over again. Am I still cutting out? How about now? Say something? Something. You guys can't hear me at all? Okay. Ah, doodles. Okay. You can't hear me? Wait, how you answer my question if you can't hear me? Are you messing with me? Girl, you better quit. You better quit. You're gonna get me going. American Honey just being a little booger. Okay. So, I'm a little annoyed with this skin police department. And there's little that if this can be done at this point for them to redeem themselves in my eyes. Like, they're going to be scroungy fucks for the rest of ever as far as I'm concerned. Like, get your shizzes together, Metro Nashville, with your bald head ass. I don't like that guy at all. He really just rubs me the wrong way. Am I speaking Spanish? I wish. How about now? Alright, I'm just gonna stop talking, okay? How about that? Okay, so Chris posted this in the Facebook group for Riley, and I found it to be very telling. Okay, so he says, what we know today about the missing of Riley Streen. Riley has been gone now for over a month. The latest police interview posted says not to listen to all the social media stories. They know what happened and they cannot tell the family the full story until the toxicology comes back. Ironically, during the police interview, he stated nothing about the eyewitness that his own detective interviewed on Monday, stating seeing Riley walk past the last known location the police have determined to be the accident scene. Also, the same person of interest that the family has been looking for several weeks now and was told by the police he was not a person of interest in talking to weeks ago. And the last person to come forward, a diversion to get people to move on away from the scene or a legit lead. Only time will tell. One, well, you see, Miss Lindy, It's actually not as uncommon as you might think. It's actually way more common than you might realize. Um, with being Okay. I know I'm going to lose a lot of people whenever I say, let me finish this first and then I'll show you. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, I don't believe in that. But it's really just hard not to consider the similarities in all these cases. And I'm not going to say that I necessarily believe the whole theory about the smiley face thing, because it's, I'm still on the fence about that, but it's not far-fetched to say that there's something happening with these college-aged men, and they are a dime a dozen, and they are in bars and they get separated from their friends, or sometimes it's even groups of family members they're with, and they end up found in a body of water, not necessarily a river, but a body of water, drowned, with very similar circumstances, little to no water and lungs. Some of them have GHB in their system, some of them don't. Some of them have like ligature marks on their neck, and but they're all the same narrative, that the police are just open closed, no foul play suspected, and they just will not give the family real answers. Yeah, well, I'm still kind of on the fence about how I feel, because it would be really hard to say that that one person, or even a group of 5 people or 10 people, are making it to all, across country, unless it's like something bigger, like a cult or some, big organized crime ring that's communicating. That's a possibility, but one person, it's too far spread to just be one person. Because I mean, I've found similar cases from one side of the United States to the other, like just coast to coast. And it's not like there's times of the year where it stops. I mean, every month of the year, it happens somewhere several times. That's another thing. That book, man, it is just the statistics that in the the it's very bizarre. It's so bizarre. Green Goblin, if you got a problem with American Honey, you probably should leave, because she's my people, and yes, you better get over that. Hopefully you're joking, because if not, she's got a wrench, so I wouldn't be messing with her. Better hope she's not feeling like, you get yeeted, that's on you. Okay, so also the same person. Okay, only time will tell. One thing I do know about this person coming forward is the story that we were told by them Saturday evening matched the same story they repeated to the detective on Monday, which seems very rare to me. The reason why is, most generally, when someone is looking for attention and telling stories, they tend to change their stories when law enforcement is involved and a statement is being taken officially. The person's story did not change 2 days later. I personally had info verifying this was an actual accident, with eyewitness accounts, or water in the body, because the family only received that info of none in the body secondhand. Why not tell the family now? We all I'll be right back, you guys. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm gonna finish up right here, but I just had an emergency, so I'm gonna have to cut this short here in just a few minutes. Um, yeah. Okay. So I think I personally had info into verifying this was an actual accident with eyewitness accounts or water in the body because the family only received that info of none in the body secondhand. Why not tell the family now? We already know where there were lots of people, including police officers, on foot in that general area. So why not share it to family? That info has nothing to do with toxicology, and at this point, unless it's an actual criminal investigation, I'm not in law enforcement, but just my 2 cents, which unfortunately in today's economy isn't worth a lot. Back to important info now. Riley's jean size would be 32 buckle jeans, his belt similar to the one in the picture in color, and it's an athletic style golf belt with clasp. His iPhone under the case would be ghost gray, the Michael Kors wallet is blue, and Justin size 15 square toe boots. Those items are still missing as far as we know, unless the police have found them since Riley went missing and just haven't told the family yet other important info. One last bit of info from me. I have diligently kept from posting any pics or names of the fraternity or sorority kids that were with Riley in Nashville that weekend. I have done this to keep the press about them directly. We have given honest answers on what we know as a collective group also. With that being said, this is my personal opinion only. I just wish the campus vigil, small church efforts would have been matched the night Riley went missing, the Saturday after Riley went missing, and before the formal event that night, and the bare minimum Sunday morning before getting on the bus to come home without their brother. If those efforts would have been made, there is an opportunity for the world. There's a good chance this Facebook group wouldn't exist and never had the opportunity for the world to know what an excellent young man Riley Strain is and was. But reading this, but this is just my personal opinion, not the family's. Thank you to each and every one of you reading this for your family support, the countless hours of internet sleuthing and ideas on what could have happened. The family and I will forever be grateful for everything everyone has done. Okay, this is the wallet. This is the phone. This is the pants. Bootleg buckle 32XL. And XL I'm sure stands for extra long, not extra large. Just my assumption though. Because my brother has to wear pants like that too. And this is the belt. What was the question? Um, 1 second. Are you talking about the ones that I found in JLR's video, or are you talking about the ones that were on TikTok? Because those are two separate. No, it's okay. I have a few minutes. I am gonna have to leave here in a few minutes though, but my just some health issues that is going on with my mother-in-law, but she was doing good, but we just got a phone call that they're transferring her back to the ICU, so something has changed. So my husband is still at work though, but he's leaving work and will be here within an hour and a half traffic. So I have until then to be ready. But I'm already dressed for the, so I got a few minutes. No, I found the story behind these pants. Let me pull it up real quick.
Riley Strange Ghost Part 38.
He's
Alright, TikTok, look, I have to make a video because I've had so many people inbox me about this Riley Strange case, me finding those pants. Look, I don't know if they're his, I don't know. The only thing the police have told me is they can't give me any more information. They can't let me know any details. They're investigating it, that's all they can tell me. And that's it. They were buckle pants, they were newer, and I've never seen a homeless person in a $150 pair of pants, ever. I'm not saying they're his, but they were newer, they were crispy, they were never wet, they were not muddy. I mean, coincidence. I want to make a video because I've got over 60,000 views on it, and I've got thousands of people in the inbox asking me, what do I think happened? So I'm going to give you my opinion on it. I know.
We are done with the 90s. This is a phrase that...
So y'all are telling...
We are...
So y'all are telling me...
And thousands. I watched the video. I agree. It's a lot of stuff doesn't add up, but I assure you, See, the way Nashville is, they've got thousands and thousands of crimes every day. Murders all the time, robberies all the time. They probably had 100,000 calls a day, if I had to guess. Probably more, I don't know. And a place like Nashville, it's so big, so busy, so much crime. Unfortunately, one case of someone dying is nothing new to them. It's not like it is to you and I. This is a big case to them. They found the body. They got the body back. The autopsy showed no strangulation, no gunshot wounds, no stab wounds. He didn't get robbed. And here we go. People in denial. So I was just scrolling through and I typed in Riley Strain in the search bar, and there was a guy from News Nation. You could type it in, you'll see the video I'm talking about. It won't let me stitch it. Was saying Riley was a good swimmer. He liked to swim. But then at first, then he goes to continue saying he had a belt on. He had a belt on. Then he said they have his belt. That story, what he said, doesn't even add up. It makes zero sense. So I'm confused on what he's even talking about. Please go watch it. It's called News Nation. It's the first video that pops up when you type in Riley Strain on the search bar. So if he has his belt, common sense tells you he took his belt off at some point. And then if he's a good swimmer, like dude, he's a childhood friend. If he's a good swimmer, maybe he thought he could get in and swim. I mean, it's all adding up. Closure for that family. And getting back out. All closure for that family. Gay Street goes around. There's nothing. It goes back around and cuts back up to downtown Nashville. Where he was absolutely nothing. In the video, the police video, he's on a mission. You come out of 2nd Avenue drunk. You could tell he was drunk. He was standing there in front of that pole drunk. And you could see he looks up. And then he sees 2 bridges. And then he makes effort to go to those bridges. There's no stores. There's no buildings. There's no restaurant. There's nothing in that area where he was going. So he was making effort to get to that bridge. Bridges, there's 2 of them. That's clear. Why would you hurry up and go to a bridge to use the bathroom? What other explanation do y'all have? I mean, it's a very dangerous area. It says no trespassing, keep out, state property for a reason. And the ledge is like maybe 8 or 9 feet out, then it goes straight down, probably 30 foot straight into the water. So if you don't know that area and you're drunk, it's not a very good place to be. So I keep hearing homeless doing it, and why would they do that? Like, y'all were just reaching now. I'm just trying to think of logical, common sense things, and y'all were just reaching. I'm not saying something bad didn't happen. There was no strangulation. There was no drugs in the systems. There was no roofies. So stop that roofie bullshit. I don't know who come up with that, but stop it. Just tell him he was having fun. And asking me 500 questions because I don't know. I'm just giving you my common sense answers to what I've physically seen and what I physically know about the area and what I can put together with my own brain. So they claim to have his belt. There you go. He took his belt off. If you have boots on and the current's 10, 15 knots, die. With that being said, I want to say all my condolences. Go check it out and get some answers. And I got a little, but there's no clear-cut right answer that I've got. I'm just giving my 2 cents. And some of the things that I have told some people have actually added up, and they've actually verified they're true. So I'm not saying everything I'm saying is true, but RIP. Hopefully this helps y'all. Please stay out of my inbox. I don't know what happened, and please stop attacking me. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not the enemy. I didn't kill him. I didn't drown him. I didn't. I usually get 300 views on a post. I didn't do this for views. I did this for awareness. If you go to downtown Nashville, watch what you drink.
Don't overdo it. Don't run bar to bar to bar to bar. Please don't. And know where you're at. Know your surroundings. His family told me, I'm not going to say the hotel name because it's not my business to tell that information, but his family was telling me there's a hotel that he was staying at, which is the opposite way of where he was going. Then they said he typed in the GPS and it brought him to the same name, but it was a restaurant. Then I mapped it. It's the exact opposite way of where he was going. So that doesn't make sense. And then the videos you see of him physically, he don't have a phone in his hand. He's not looking at a GPS. To me, it just tells me common sense. He had no phone. He comes out at 2nd Avenue drunk. In that one video, you can see him drunk like this, and he's just standing there. And there's 2 bridges, probably.
So y'all are telling me.
Freeze all the time. They probably had 100,000 calls a day, if I had to guess. Probably more. I don't know. In a place like Nashville, it's so big, so busy. Gunshot wounds, no stab wounds. He didn't get robbed. There was no foul play is what they mean. There was nothing physically wrong with him. Nobody choked him easily. He dry drowned it. Drown is whenever and people get knocked out. What's the ref that? So that would explain why he did no poisoning. There was no strangulation. There was no poison. And threw his card and hit his head. It's common sense. And the embankment goes out and just straight down, probably 90 degrees straight down, and it goes probably 30 foot down straight to the water. You could easily fall, and he probably had his card and his ID or something in his hand, if I had to guess, and he went down and probably slipped.
We are done.
All right, TikTok, look, I have to make a video because I've had so many
Property keep out for a reason. Thousands of people have died in that area from the whirlpools and the current. It's no joke. You're not just going swimming in that area. It's not. I don't care who you are, you'll drown. But I think what happened, I got 2 theories maybe. The pants, maybe he went under the bridge and he was in a hurry. In that video, it looked like he was trying to hurry up somewhere, and where he was going nowhere. There's nothing over there. Literally, there's no parking garage, nothing. Where he was going, there's nothing. It literally curves back around back to the square. So he didn't know where he was going.
No, the reason, if he'd shut up with his theories and get to the point, the reason why I think it's important to listen to this guy is because he found the pants that were right on the embankment, and the way that he found them is very interesting to me. All not necessarily interesting, but I haven't heard it talked about, so I know there's no way that they don't know what yay or nay if they're Riley's or not, and they're not saying anything. And according to what Chris told me earlier today, there's lots of things that people have turned in physical evidence wise that they thought they were doing the right thing by turning it into Nashville by our Metro Police, that now may be just kind of in the lost in the metaverse because they're acting like they didn't get it, or or they're just being tight-lipped about it. And the family has concerns about that, because if you think that they're doing the right thing, and then when you're there, what are they if they don't want it, then who do you turn it over to? Like, what are you doing with it? Why are you not confirming that it's either his pants or not? It's really not that hard to narrow it down. Like, it's just the whole thing is super suspicious. It's very odd, and it's very yeah, he does tweet. He's got a bird chest anyway. I don't know why he's doing all that. He's doing the most, but he's gonna eventually, when he stops babbling and babbing his gums, he's gonna say how he found the pants. It's very interesting, even though he's a little Ninja Turtle. Calm down, killer.
He was going under that bridge for one, to shit or to pee. That's my guess. And maybe he pooped on himself, and that's the pants I found with human feces in it. And maybe he pulled them off and tried to go down the hill to rinse off and slipped, hit his head, and rolled in, and the current took him, and he was already out. And maybe he wasn't breathing, and maybe that would explain why there's no water in his lungs. That's one theory, and that's maybe the pants I found. Maybe it's so obvious that were just overlooked.
But anyway, his second one was maybe he had to pee and he unzipped everything and started peeing and slid and fell. He 100% fell in the water on accident. But 99.9% of those homeless people stay to themselves. They don't want interaction with people. They don't want in the media. They don't want to harm people. They just want to be left alone. And I'm not saying bad things don't happen, but I've been in that area a long time. I've been there a lot. In that area, homeless people just do their own thing. Go there tomorrow. Nobody will bother you. Nobody will say nothing to you 99% of the time. So I think he was just in a hurry, probably messed himself, maybe took his pants off, put his boots back on, and tried to go down because it's just straight drop. And he probably slid and hit his head and rolled in, and that was it. That's all she wrote. And the current took him 4 miles down, and he drowned. And yes, if you have boots on, I've had boots a little too big for me, and if they fill up full of water, the current can take them off. So, and the current could also took his pants off. It's a very strong current. I don't think people understand the power of the Cumberland River. It's a very strong current right there. If you ever go up on the bridge and look down, there's always whirlpools, like a lot of them, 15 of them all the time, everywhere. And this current's just a fast current. So instead of me replying to everyone asking questions, I just thought I'd make a video. So hopefully this helps. I don't know. Do I know what happened? No, I don't. I'm just giving you my guesses and from what I've seen and my theories on common sense of what happened. So I'm 99.9% sure it was just an accident. He was so drunk. He probably, it's very straight drunk. He was so drunk. And I drowned on him. What's wild is where that cop seen him. It has a sign right there, but that's clearly not true because the cop seen him like right here. There's the bridge. So
you guys ship is like a metaphor. If I have 99 ship, if I have 100 ship, and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99 ships. I'm not gonna put too much work to go look for that one missing ship. I'm not calling you guys ship. I'm trying to give you guys a scenario. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate those who are with me. I appreciate you guys. Those who are not, it's all love. You're always welcome back. I don't really hold grudges. Y'all seen me unblock a lot of people. I don't hold grudges, not like I'm, But that's why you don't come that way. You guys ship is like a metaphor. If I have 99 ship, if I have 100 ship, and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99 ships. I'm not gonna put too much work.
Before we start this, I want
I met a lot of good people in the TikTok world, and I'm thankful for.
mother.
Phone act like he's doing something. Yeah. Get some to eat. Take some videos for lucky bastard while I'm there.
I've been scouring through this. This was taken the night that Riley went missing, but supposedly it's this would be at like at this point in the video because the video starts at according to him, the guy taking the video at 8:37 or 8:35, and it goes on for like 5 hours. So that would put him out like almost 2 in the morning when he's supposedly walking right here. But it's very eerie that he walks the exact path that Riley does, and unbeknownst to him, allegedly. But it's just very I don't know what's the word. Because there's the food truck. It's just very eerie.
That's why you need to follow me on our platform, please. That's why you need to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, just in case.
I'm showing this though because I don't know yet, Bia. I really don't. At this point, I'm very, 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 very hesitant in believing in coincidences in this line of work. But however, um, I haven't found anything that locks him in yet. But his name is Pierre. He's Haitian and he does like videos, or he's like a videographer. He does weddings and stuff. But he's always in Nashville every weekend from 7 either from 7 to 10 or 10 to 2 depending on what's going on, and he just goes around and films everybody, people watches. I guess if that's a thing, but it's very uh I think it puts into perspective, though. It wasn't, if it's not dead at 2 o'clock in the morning, it wasn't dead at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. And it's raining. It rained that night because it's been raining in this video for a minute. So anybody that was wondering if it rained that night, it absolutely did. Pretty hard for us for at one point in time, too. But I want you guys to listen when he gets closer down there to where Riley went missing at. Listen to this guy's demeanor change and how sketched out he is, and how calm, just how it's a known thing if you frequent that area to just stay away from there. It's not a good place to be. But yet, oh, what? I haven't heard about that. Who's Travel Fund? What? Okay, listen, I'm just gonna tell you guys. So me and Cricket Day have been working behind the scenes on this theory. Like, I think this guy is super fucking sus. I'm just gonna say it. Cat's out of the bag now. I think this guy is super sus. I think he live streams and is watching people, and I think there's other people that are involved in these organized crime, like the roofied people and that rob people. I think they're getting their marks by watching his live streams. Now, whether or not he's involved in it, I don't know. I can't make that leap yet because I can't say yes or no. But at this point, it wouldn't be far fetched. I'm just saying. It's very eerie that he walks the exact same path that Riley does, and he's like, I don't know, it completely made my skin crawl. Like he's laughing and it's very strange. And you're telling me that he took about a tour of Nashville and this person got roofied? Listen, I wasn't going to say anything, but I just read that and it just got like all my spidey senses are tingling. Like it just checked all the boxes, and I was going to keep it like I was going to keep it quiet until I could do more deep diving into it, but here we are. Thank you guys for the prayers. Yes, this is the same night. I'm going to unmute it now so you can hear what he's saying.
But no matter what happened, y'all know where to find me. I got the same name on all platforms. So all hope is not lost. If you my TikTok friends, if y'all can log in tomorrow, y'all know where to find me. Cam, you know you can find me on Twitch, Facebook. I don't know why you hate YouTube, but you know where to find me. And vice versa, guys. If YouTube should be down tomorrow or whatever, that's why I'm glad we're on different platforms, right? But shout out to all of you, to all of you legends. You guys are amazing, man. This is this is like, I love this. I love doing this. I love vlogging. I love being with you guys. You guys are like,
yes, Bia.
You guys.
This.
Especially for me, starting from zero, you know. And you guys, we're doing hundreds, thousands of views every night. I'm like, yo, you guys are.
Okay, now just riddle me this for a second. And this is just speculatory theorizing. There's no proof to this. This is just something that I've considered, and it's something I'm looking into. And I'm not saying that this is what's happening. I'm just saying, riddle me this. Say you are in a crime ring, okay? What is the main thing in a crime ring, whether it be gang related or whether it be cartel related or whether it be organized crime of any fashion? Okay, think about the one thing that is the downfall to everything, every one of them. If there's any kind of sting, it is communication, paper trail. They have phone calls that are intercepted, they have text messages that are intercepted, and they are fucked royally. Okay, now think and riddle me this. If we're in 2024 and people have gotten as sophisticated as they have on crime and what they can do and how they can do it, is it really far-fetched to say that you have somebody that goes in downtown, live streams, and communicates with their people and their other members of this ring, and we can talk in code and emojis, or we can blend in with the other 100,000 people that are here in the chat, and nobody would ever even notice? and there's no paper trail. And bada bing, it's live. You're seeing it in real time. It's not like he records it and uploads it later. And they're like, okay, well, this is our mark. This is now that's how they know where they're at, and they don't have to communicate, and they don't have to be seen on the cameras in the bar, the ones that are actually going to do the mugging or the robbing, because that's a big thing too. And then who's to say that it doesn't go a step further than that, and they're not communicating with the bartenders, the bouncers? And don't think that's far-fetched, because I can show you guys a couple of damn Yelp reviews on Jason Aldean's and Luke's 32, and I guarantee you will believe that the fucking members of the security, if nothing else, and the bartenders are involved in this shit. Oh, baby, let me tell you something. They are absolutely aware of it. I'm not going to say they're involved, because that's a big leap from where I'm at, investigatively speaking, but they absolutely are aware of it and are not warning people and are not trying to do anything to stop it. So what does that tell me? Complicity, if nothing else. And I don't like it at all. So, like I said, that was all alleged, just my opinion. It's just a speculatory theory that I'm working on, but it is something I'm actively working on and looking into.
Oh, amazing. And then people will come meet me and stuff like, Zippy, I'm watching you, I know you, I know you, I know you. It's like a feeling that don't get old. I'm not gonna lie to you. When somebody come and talk to me. But now we got something nice going on, guys, and I want to say thank you so much for everything. Shout out to everybody who's still Team Zipier. If you're not, I don't hate you. You know, everybody contribute. I have people like Sunken Grave, for example. Like Sunken Grave is a friend of mine on YouTube, TikTok. Like, what are you saying, Pierre? His username is Sunken Grave. He's actually one of my day ones, and he support me like crazy. Even financially in the beginning. So, and I'm forever grateful for that.
I had the same vibe watching his video, because it's not really my thing, the whole like vlogging and stuff, but I've watched enough videos of people that do it to know that the way that his camera is pointing and the stuff that he's watching is not normal. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry, but not sorry. This is my opinion. I'm entitled to it. You don't like it? There's there's definitely a channel out there that could that would be more suitable for you to watch. I do not think he is sightseeing, or, first of all, very little looking at the actual attractions, and like he'll point it at the music, but he's not, when they're at the music, he's not pointing it towards the band and the musician. He's watching the crowd, and he's always right there by the bar, watching the people at the bar. And you can see, because he holds the camera like up there by where his fucking face is. So when he moves his face, instinctively his hand goes with it, because he's recording on an iPhone. And he's watching, looking people up and down, what they're wearing. Starts out at, from the top of their head all the way down to their shoes, looking at their fucking purses. I'm just saying, it's very, very strange, in my opinion. And he could just be sizing people up, but it's very bizarre. Like, what are you doing? Are you showing people? My mind can go 50,000 places. I'm just saying, it's very bizarre. Go watch his streams. He does them every weekend. Watch him live one time. It is a vibe that is not what it's being advertised as, in my opinion. The whole thing just feels eerie, creepy, and like I'm complicit by watching it. I just feel like I'm up to no good by being there. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies, like, makes my skin crawl. I don't like it at all. I don't like the vibe that it gives. And I could be wrong. Again, this is just my opinion and my theory, but I am just telling you that this guy is he's very strange. The things that he says and the way that he says them and his laugh makes my skin crawl. I'm just being honest. Sorry, but not sorry. I could just be being judgy. It wouldn't be the first time, but it is what it is. I would rather have a gut feeling and say something and be wrong and be like, okay, you guys, I was wrong, rather than have that feeling and not say something and then something come out later and I'd be like, oh my God, I could have said something and I didn't. That to me would be way worse. So here we are.
So even if I never see him again, it's not like, I hate you, you are shredded. No, I don't see it like it. I see it as, thank you for getting me started. Thank you for helping me build this empire. I am forever grateful. This is where I'm coming from.
What the actual fuck was that? And I thought I had a cringy laugh. Like, and where he's at right now, you guys, is by Bicentennial Park. Just saying. You guys have heard that before. If you've heard it, the video that we broke down of JLR's, where and I'm not saying there's any validity to this or any truth to this. However, I'm just saying that it got my spidey senses tingling because it's in my notes. Bicentennial Park is where supposedly they being the homeless guy in the wheelchair, directed Riley to go because he was looking for women. Remember? Yeah, same place. That's where he's at right now. Just saying. Could just be a weird fucking coincidence. However, I would not be doing any justice to you guys if I had this information and I withheld it. Like I'm just getting it all out in real time. It's just something that is in my notes and it's a rabbit hole I've been in and it's something that I've been looking into. And whether or not it has any validity to be determined, it's just something that I'm looking into. And his laugh, I don't give a damn. It creeps me the freak out. Like real deal, like creeps me out. And I don't scare or spook easy. I have a really dark sense of humor, and I probably laugh at things that are inappropriate to laugh at. But this guy fucking gives me the heebie-jeebies for real.
My name is Pierre. Welcome to the channel, guys. Let's do this again tomorrow, man. You guys are amazing, man. Shout out to you, JD, Gavin, everybody, man. You guys are amazing, man. Do I make good money? No, I make a little money. It's cool, man. I could probably make like a little 50 here, 50 there every Wednesday. Sometimes 40, sometimes 20. And it's weird. I don't know how exactly it pays. One time I had a 278 deposit from TikTok. I'm like, where's this from? But it's not like, then the next week it's like $4, and the week after it's like 20. Then I have a 50.
And I'm even gonna go a step further. And I'm sorry, I might lose a lot of people here because this is reaching a little bit, and I'm aware of it. However, it's something that I've considered. He moved here from Haiti in like 97, and not trying to be judgy or anything, but you guys do your research and do a little homework on how the day-to-day life is on Haiti, and you'll realize like it is a dog eat dog world over there, and they are ruthless by just it doesn't matter what walks of life you are. They have to survive like that over there, and most things are instinctively, it's in your DNA. I don't care if you move across the world, you are who you are, and I'm just gonna leave that with that. So, he's very well acquainted with gangs and violence, and I say this not even because of where he's from, because all of his playlists on his Facebook page show that he's driving and traveling across the United States, specifically his words, not mine, going and walking through the most dangerous hoods and gang prevalent areas, and he's walking through them with no fear, like he's in his element. And I'm just stating what I've seen, a observation. So you guys you make your own, do your own research, form your own opinions. I have came to mine. However, that is, and that's all I'm gonna say about that, because I don't want to say anything that's gonna get somebody triggered. However, it is what it is. Go look at his page and go look at his playlist, and he is either in Nashville or he's in a dangerous hood wherever the most dangerous, and this is his words, not mine, dangerous hood is in that city. Memphis, Atlanta, all over. He was even in Florida. But that's where he goes in live streams. until he found his little niche in Nashville, which I've seen that change like about a year ago. He started doing it like every once in a while, and then now for at least the last 8 months, he's every Friday, Saturday, and even sometimes Sunday. He's live streaming down in Nashville. So he's found his honey hole as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion.
It's up and down. It's based on donation. Like, if you guys like the video, you send me gift. I've they calculate it. That's how I get paid. But I probably do on TikTok. I probably do. I think it's safe to say at least 200 a month. That's a lot of money. I probably receive that from TikTok a month. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But just to give you an idea. Alright. But and that helps out a lot. It helps out a lot. Alright. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Let's do this again tomorrow. It's all good, Jetty. Shout out to you, man. It's all love. Alright, highway to hell. Boom, boom. Let me go down the stairs because I park on that level. You know, sometimes I come down the way I tell you guys not to come down. But
now start paying attention to what he says right here. This is where I told you guys not to come down, but this is where he chose to park. So he has a sense of security that he's safe, but he's warning all of you watching that you shouldn't go down there. That is very, very telling, okay? If nothing else, listen to what he says and more importantly, how he says it. Because if it's that dangerous that he's saying y'all shouldn't go down there, then why is he parking there? Why does he have a sense of safety and security that the rest of us are not entitled to? Asking for a friend. Also, his job from the research I have done, which is very surface level, bare minimum. He's a videographer. He has a website where you can reserve and book his services to take pictures and videos of your wedding. And from what I seen just on the surface, literally like just scrolling with like 2 seconds of free time, like a package deal for a few hours of filming is like $900, et cetera, et cetera. So it appears that he makes his money with his camera. But according to what he says on his website, all the stuff that he does in Nashville isn't done with his professional cameras. He does it with his iPhone. But he has cameras and stuff, professional cameras that he does. Like that's what he makes his money on, and he has a website that you can book his services for. Like but and mostly weddings is what I see him do. But I'm assuming he does graduations or whatever. But he's known for doing weddings. Oh yeah, he did, Bia. Watch this. He even goes right up under the bridge, girl. Just wait. It is about to get really freaking creepy.
yeah, yeah, the deal. I don't, like I said, I don't be paying attention to what you guys saying. I don't know what the deal with DA. Not DA, EA. I just feel all of a sudden. One day I was talking about nudies. I went to nudies and I was like EA. Then I was like, oh, hey, I remember EA. I was like, I ain't been seeing him in a while. If I never went to nudies, I would never like.
When I seen this part and I seen him, I literally my heart sank. Like, are you kidding? Do you guys see where he is right now? Hold on, let me full screen this and move this out of the way. If y'all are gonna be triggered, y'all are gonna be triggered. Sorry. Gotta move the warning so y'all can see. And I'm gonna move myself. I'm still here though. I also want to put into perspective when he's walking up this way. Do you guys see how easily accessible these stairs are, that you could be, if you followed Riley from the bar at this point, and I'm not saying he did at all. That is not what I'm implying. But I'm saying if somebody did, which in my opinion, I wholeheartedly believe those guys in the white shirts absolutely did. Now, how they got involved with him, whether or not I have not been able to connect those dots, so I'm not going to speak on that yet and make that leap. However, if somebody followed him and waited at that crosswalk and where Riley went across and went down the bridge, if they would have turned and kept going up onto the road, it would lead them right here to this bicentennial park, and they would have access to these steps. They could come down these steps and be waiting for Riley as soon as he comes out the other side of the bridge. Just saying. And that's how they could avoid the body cam footage. That's how they could avoid being on the. That is absolutely a possibility. And it gives them an advantage to be up higher to keep an eye on making sure that there's nobody around that doesn't need to see something that could, they have more of a they have an advantage on seeing what's coming, and from a further distance up higher. That's just, it's just what it is. So let's keep going.
One day I was talking about nudies. I went to nudies and I was like, EA. Then I was like, oh, hey, I remember EA. I was like, I ain't even seen him in a while. If I never went to nudies, I would never, like, notice he's gone, like, if that makes sense. But I don't know what happened. I don't know.
According to his business page, he moved here in 1997 and has been in Nashville, I believe, since 2009, if I'm not mistaken. But he moved to the United States in 1997 from Haiti, according to his business page, where you can reserve his services for videography. Yes, Corey, this is the parking lot across from where the vanishing happened. That is correct. And yes, he also could have came out of the parking garage. And there's also an elevator as well. Listen, I have never seen any kind of CCTV or any body cam footage, official police body cam footage, that does not have the body camera numbers. It usually says like Axon, the camera, the channel station that it's on. I've never seen body cam footage in CCTV that is not time stamped and dated, and the time is not constantly moving. It's very bizarre, and I'm just gonna say it. It's very suspicious in my opinion. I don't like it at all. It smells to high heavens. You want me to share the live stream? Yeah, I can drop the link.
What happened, man? Everybody have their reasoning. Uh, I'm okay. I'm about to say something. Don't take it. Don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 99 sheep, if I have 100 sheep, and one of them.
Look at all the people sleeping under the bridge. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Magazine. I didn't see the person by the elevator. 1 second. Behind. Hold on, let me slow this down and mute it. These are the elevator. Oh, behind this umbrella? Right here? No shit, huh? There's somebody behind there? Well, if you're trying to get out of the rain, when do you have the umbrella up? Like, why are you having it in front of you? That's bizarre. Huh. That is very bizarre. The link to this video is the link that I just dropped hotspot, but if it is very bizarre. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. What the hell? And there's somebody behind this too, isn't there? What is that? Huh. And if you're trying to get, thank you, MAGA team. If you're trying to get out of the rain, you would have it up. Like, why are you hiding your face? That's very, 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 well, You can hear him smashing something?
Highway to hell.
Highway to hell. That's what
Yeah,
he's
man.
singing? Oh, man.
Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Let's do this again tomorrow. It's all good, JD. Shout out to you, man. It's all love. Alright, highway to hell. Boom, boom. Let me go down the stairs. That level. You know, sometimes I come down the way I tell you guys not to come down.
The way I tell you guys not to come down.
Yeah, yeah, the deal, I don't, like I said, I don't be paying attention to what you guys saying. I don't know what the deal with DA, not DA, EA. I just feel all of a sudden, one day outside.
I definitely agree. I almost got the demeanor like, or I almost picked up that he was going to take the elevator, but he changed his mind because he didn't want to stand there and wait and took the stairs instead. I could be wrong, but it almost felt like, like like he didn't want to be hanging out right there, like, in my opinion.
Talking about nudies, I went to nudies, and I was like, EA, then I was like, oh, hey, I remember EA. I was like, I ain't even seen him in a while. If I never went to nudies, I would never, like, notice he's gone, like, if that makes sense, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. Everybody have to listen in. I'm
Somebody coming walking by with a book bag or something. White or gray pants, kind of hoodie on over here. And then there's somebody sleeping right here. And then watch whenever he pans and looks this way. Look at all the people underneath the bridge sleeping. There's no way nobody's seen nothing. If that's where Riley went in at, whether it be this one or the next one, I don't doubt that there's not people piled up down the next bridge too. So, especially considering it rained. I guarantee you there's more under the bridge now than normally are because they're getting out of the rain. It's just simple logic, you know?
Okay. I'm about to say no, don't take it. Don't take it. eh, eh, Don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 99 sheep, if I
Now, I've tried to put this in perspective. Why is he just standing here? Like, he's not looking around, he's not showing the scenery. Like, I understand talking to his viewers, but if he really thinks this is such a bad area that he would warn his viewers not to come down here, wouldn't you be high stepping it to the car? Like, I wouldn't be stopping and giving anybody any idea that I'm there. Like, you almost like, hey, letting you know I'm here. Like, what are you doing? Why are you? I'm gonna play this back and fast forward, but I want you guys to pay attention to what this guy is doing. Like it's very off-putting. I'm sorry. It doesn't sit right with me.
have 100 sheep and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99 sheep. I'm not.
If I had 100 chips and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99. And then he laughs. At this spot, on this day, at this time. That's what he chose to say. And listen, we don't have to wonder. We can watch the live chat replay and say, okay, well, what is he responding to? What the fuck is he talking about? I'm curious, right? Let's see. His chat says, Nathan, what's up? Good evening. Howdy. I set my clock 1 hour forward.
I'm not gonna.
You've been working hard. I'm glad people. I was the first one here. Hello, hello. I'm early. Hello, Pierre. I don't see anything that I don't know. No, well, see, he's got closed captioning turned off. His subtitle, which is very because most you have to go in there and like set it to turn off because if you just leave it, and it I don't change mine and it turns it, it by default it will close caption you and you'll have a transcript. However, his do not, which is something that is I've learned in my little niche of learning, YouTube in the community that I've been exposed to, that you do that when because you people can comb through the transcript and they can, pinpoint the things that are said at certain times and they can search for certain words, like certain names being said and how many times they're said. If you know, you know. But it's very, very bizarre to me that he doesn't have his turned on because he has a language, he speaks another language, so he has an accent that's hard to understand anyway. But what he says right here, I'm going to rewind it. He says, if I had hundreds and one of them went missing, I would be grateful for the 99 that I have. And he does that weird ass cackle. Okay. Okay. Here's the chat. Come over to YouTube. What's up? Where's this? I'm a YouTuber. Glad you're here. Come over to YouTube. Wisdom teeth.
To the channel, guys. Let's do this again tomorrow, man. You guys are sometime next week.
Okay, Hollywood.
Do no. Love. Alright, highway to hell. I'll park on that level.
Where's the sunken grave? Okay, Hollywood grows awesome. I remember Sunken from a year ago. He was a friend. It isn't a helicopter. He's rocking. Shoo wheat. Wish we could help you more. You gonna make it. I think Sunken will be back. Nice to see 109 will be still here listening. LOL. Safe to say. How's he feeling, Chuck? All right, I'ma shut up. Dag nabbit. Good night, Z.
You know, sometimes I come down the way I tell you guys not to come down.
Z Empire is snorting hockey talk. Night Z. Chuck Sunken. Always come back. Good night, y'all. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The deal. I don't. Like I said, I don't be paying attention to what you guys saying.
Good
I don't know
night.
what
Sweet
the deal
dreams.
with DA. I just. Not. I just.
Good night. It
feel
was
all of a
indeed.
sudden.
Thank you, Z. Good night, man.
One day I was talking about nudies. I went to nudies, and I was like EA. Then I was like, oh, hey, I remember EA. I was like, I ain't even seen him.
Quick swiggage with an emoji of an ice cube, a drink, and an ice cube. Now listen, I've done some research, and it is very, very prominent for gangs to use emojis, and it is very common on Snapchat. Like there's certain things, and if you put them in a certain order, they mean a whole different thing. It's like it's an entirely different language. And I thought I was up with the times. I thought I spoke emoji. Apparently, I don't speak that kind of emoji. Just say.
In a while, if I never went to nudies, I would never like notice he's gone. Like, if that makes sense, but. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. Everybody have their ways, and then I'm about to say something. Don't.
He's not responding to anything in the chat, you guys. You guys can see it. The chat is talking to each other. Good night, everybody. What is he talking about? Good night, Hellcat. Hellcat, he hasn't been here lately. Good night, Rita. What is he talking about right now?
Don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 99 sheep, if I have 100 sheep, and one of them is missing.
If I have 99 sheep, and if I have 100 chip and 99, what is he talking about? There's something said about this in the chat. Where the fuck did he get this from? And why is he saying it right now?
I'm gonna be sheep. It's like a metaphor. If
Ship
I have
is a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Sheep,
it's a metaphor. It's a fucking metaphor. Really? So if I had 100 marks and only one of them go missing and all the rest of them go home with all of their stuff gone, and we got we beat them up and rough them up, but stuff, and they go home with memory of who we are because they got roofied, allegedly. This is just a theory. I would say we're doing okay. If 99 out of 100, are fine and only one missing, I'd say we're doing all right. Think about that and listen to it. He said metaphor, not me.
If I have, don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 100 sheep, and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 9. I'm not gonna put too much work to go look for that one missing sheep.
What the actual fuck did he just say? What? I am not gonna put. Okay, now just humor me and put it in the perspective of what I just said. If we have 100 marks out of 100, 99 of them live, make it home. They don't, their stuff. They lose their belongings and whatever, but they live, and only one goes missing. I'd say we're doing all right. Creep ass happily laugh and says, "Oh, I'm not going to put the effort in to go looking for that one missing that, just happened to get too much of whatever we put in his drink and, wandered off into no man's land and ends up in the river." At this point, Riley has only been missing for a few hours and nobody but the people who are involved know he's missing because his fraternity brothers don't even know he's missing until the following morning. Keep that in mind, and I'm going to rewind this one more time. You guys are in this rabbit hole now. Y'all are elbow deep. Buckle up, Buttercup. Shit's about to get deep.
The reasoning. I'm okay. I'm about to say something. Don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 99 sheep, if I have 100 sheep, and one is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99 sheep. I'm not gonna put too much work to go look for that one missing sheep. I'm not calling you guys sheep. I'm trying to give you guys a scenario. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate those who are with me. I appreciate you guys. Those who are not, it's all love. Always welcome back. I don't really hold grudges. Y'all seen me unblock a lot of people. Like I'm, But that's why you don't come
that way. What did he see when he turned around that way? I want to know. I'm going to fast slow it down. We're going to fucking figure this out. He said, "This is why you don't come that way." What is why? Why? What'd you see?
I don't really hold grudges. Yeah, seen me unblock a lot of people. I don't hold grudges. Not like I'm, you know. But that's why but I'm okay. I'm about to say something. No, don't take it. Don't take it in a bad way. I'm not calling you guys sheep. It's like a metaphor. If I have 90 sheep, if I have 100 sheep, and one of them is missing, I'm gonna be grateful for the 99 sheep. I'm not gonna put too much work to go look for that one missing. I'm not calling you guys sheep. I'm trying to give you guys a scenario. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I appreciate those who are with me. I appreciate you guys. Those who are not, it's all love. Welcome back. I don't really hold grudges. Yeah, seen me unblock. I don't hold grudges. Not like I'm, but come that way. What up, Hellcat? What's Sherry? Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah. Nathan understand. It's all good. It's all good. Nah, I don't hold grudges, man. I be going to the blacklist. I'm like, what the heck did I black this person for? But we ain't gonna get to all that. At that time, it wasn't just me doing the blacking either. So I had some friends that if they didn't like you, if you're offending them, they black you, which is understanding. But all right, I see you guys tomorrow. Gavin, really, I mean sheep like the animal, like SHEEP, like.
Oh hell, motherfucking no! Sheep? Oh Lord, have mercy, sweet baby Jesus, 3 pounds 4 ounces, baby G. What the fuck did he just say? Mmm. Sheep. That's what he said. Sheep. Dear Lord, have mercy on my soul. This is about to be a rabbit. Y'all pray for me, because sometimes I get lost in these rabbit holes and I forget to come up for air. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, please do not let me get lost in this rabbit hole. I'm gonna need a lifeline and a rope for sure. Because, oh my Lanta, I'm going to scour through this footage again like a freaking bloodhound. Not that I haven't already, but oh man, I'm gonna do it again.
If they didn't like you, if you're offending them, they black you, which is understanding. But all right, I see you guys tomorrow, man. Oh, fuck. Gavin, really, I mean sheep like the animal, like SHEEP, like you know. And, but I see you guys tomorrow, man. Gavin, Willie, I'm in ship. Like the animal, like SHEEP, like not ship like a boat and not. This is so funny, guys. I can't even believe I made it. I was very sleepy. Alright, I got my little jeep. Let me get out of here, man.
I can't believe I made it out of there. What? No, it sounded satanic. Slow down. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that shit gave me the heebie-jeebies too. What did he say just then, though?
Like, not ship like a boat and not. This is so funny, guys. I can't even believe I made it. I was very sleepy. I got my little jeep.
I can't believe I made it out.
Them out of here, man. That's so funny. Did I still do it? I might do it like I did last week. Do the open mic audition and then 5, and then just come back like at 6 or 7 and close it out. Highway to hell. Boom.
Why the fuck does he keep singing that fucking song? Where's he at right now? Is this Bicentennial Park again? What the fuck?
Boom, boom.
Who's screaming? Who's yelling? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so 5-hour difference. Beginning of this video and the end of this video, he's singing the same song. That has to be written down. Has to be. 1 second. I gotta get my pen. And this video starts at 8:30 or 8:35, and we're 5 minutes into it, so we're about 8:40, 8:41, if his math is correct on the time, because of course there's no timestamps. So take it with a grain of salt. So 8:41. By Park singing. Sorry, you guys. I have to like take notes, and I'll kick myself in the ass for it if I don't. What the hell? Okay. Nice. Okay. Singing Highway to Hell. And then at the end of this video, which would be so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Okay, about 1:20. 1:30. Now we're about 1:35.
But and that helps out a lot. It helps out a lot. Let's do this again tomorrow. It's all good, Jetty.
1:37.
I'm gonna understand.
1:38.
I don't know what they just feel all of a sudden. I'm in cinema. So now I do. I get that from TikTok. Then needs 150. Shout out to you, Jay. One of my day ones. If I have people hate, my guys are amazing.
Is that where he's singing it at the same spot?
I'm like, yo, you guys, I know you. But now we got something nice going on, guys, and I want to say thank you so much for everything. Shout you. Like Son Champion. He's using it. He support me. So, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you. I am forever grateful. My name is Pierre. Welcome, Gavin, everybody, man. On this school, man, I could probably raise one. I'm like, where's this from? So there's like 20. If you guys like the video, that's how I get paid. I do have to say at least 200 a month. Take that a month, just to give you an idea. All right, but and that helps out a lot. It helps out a lot. All right. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night. Let's do this again tomorrow. It's all good, JD. Shout out to you, man. It's all love. Highway to hell. Boom.
Oh, what the fuck, my guy. Okay. So, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Okay. So we're at 1:38, 1:40-ish a.m. Same place, same song. Alright, that'll be a rabbit hole.
Peace on Kitang Show. Okay. This, you know, when I Highway to hell. Boom, boom.
What the fuck was that? Why is there birds chirping just all the damn time and night in this place? Do the birds not sleep? They on drugs too? Look, there ain't a point in this video that you don't hear birds chirping. No. This is well, I don't know where this is exactly. This is where he starts the night at like 8:30-ish. That's the sidewalk crossing noise? That sounds like a bird? No shit.
Hello, John Major. How you doing? Hello, Celia. Good to see you. Hello. Hello, Miguel. Hello, Rita. Hello, Chris. Hello, Jessica.
Now, I thought that dinging, that obnoxious ass dinging, I thought that was for the crosswalk. I didn't know the chirping was. Good to know. Second Avenue. Oh god, that is bad. Put some damn WD-40 on them things, man.
Hello, Nathan. How you doing, Nathan?
Man, I could feel those breaks in my. Go back to the yelling? Yeah.
3 to studio is only oh yeah play this down here. Um from like highway to hell. Boom boom.
Mhm. Oh, interesting. How did you find me over here? Um, machinist. Just curious. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just never seen you before, so I just wonder how you would have stumbled upon my live stream. Just curious. Thank you for coming. Oh, nice. Do you live in Nashville? Are you following the Riley case or 30 minutes away? That's interesting. Um, so are you like do you frequent the Broadway scene or not your cup of tea or I'm assuming living that close you know what it's like. Like is it a as crazy as it sounds with all the pickpocketing and the yeah, spill the tea, my guy. Is it a safe place to be in your opinion? To go drink with your friends and let your hair down, so to say. Corey. Co- you spelled that funny. Coinkydink. I know someone else that says ink. Yeah, I wish Randy was here. He's usually in here. Missed him the last couple of times. He lives about 30 minutes away too. So does Spa Guy. One of my I go there occasionally. It is fun, not as bad as some would say. I have no issue going downtown, but it has gotten much busier and crazier lately. Interesting. Why do you think that is? Just more people or more, a certain time of year or I've heard a lot of people that live there that say that it is progressively like just gotten to where they wouldn't go down there. They avoid it now compared to 2 years ago, 3 years ago because it's so. I would rather I would rather watch peer live stream than actually go. Well, that is probably safer. Okay. So what do you think about what's your theory? What do you think happened to Riley after this C word happened? I was gonna say what C word? Like see you next Tuesday? I gotcha. The vid. It's just gotten busier and busier. Interesting. I think that's why his channel is low key genius. Yeah. Did you hear the most recent news about Riley texting his mom thinking that not thinking something, saying that his drink tasted funny, tasted like barbecue? I want to show you guys something also, real quick. Let me zoom out.
That's going on. What is it you don't want us to see? What is it that's going on? Like I said, if he fell and truly fell in water and you can prove that to me, show me. I'll accept it. But I can tell you from all the stuff that we've done, as far as searching, looking, taking pictures, I don't feel like it's really possible to happen. He may have fallen, but someone helped him in the water.
Boom. I have been saying that since.
What is it you don't, what is it that's going on?
So as you guys know, I have been in communication with Chris, the family friend spokesperson, and as I have theories or anything that I see that I feel is worthy of talking about on here, I send it to him before I even come on here and talk about it. So I was looking into a couple of things like this on Reddit, or not Reddit, on Yelp. I found, let me fix that. So this is a review of Luke's 32, and it says, if I could rate this place a 0, I would. I went there at night, and me and 10 others, had our phones stolen. Come to find out, this thing happens every weekend, and the bouncers and bartenders are in on it. And this was not good. And I just took the screenshot, like, went to Chris. It'll say on there. Monday, so a couple days ago. Okay, next. Watch your phones and your personal belongings if you go to Jason Aldean's, which is the one right next door to Luke's 32. They're connected. And they're owned by the same management company, TC Restaurant Group. Catchy characters there. Anyways, another day, another live stream. So I know so many people, myself included, who have had their phones, credit cards, etc. stolen at Jason's. The bartenders and staff also do not help at all. 0 out of 10. Okay, then I sent him some links. Local tourists and businesses concerned about the crime on Lower Broadway. This was posted Wednesday, April 6th of 2022. So this is an ongoing problem, you guys. This didn't just start happening. 2022, that's been a couple of years ago.
Now you are seeing what businesses and people over Broadway say they deal with constantly: assaults, harassment, and aggressive panhandling. They tell Fox 17 News it's gone beyond annoying to dangerous, and something needs to be done right now. Fox 17 News' Caitlin Miller live on Broadway tonight with the call for action. Caitlin.
Stacey, both tourists and locals are telling me that they're seeing more and more panhandlers and homeless people here on Broadway, and they say that they're concerned for their safety. Even businesses are having to escort people out on their own. And the city is also working on a revised plan to focus on the issues surrounding homelessness by this summer.
William McKinley, shift leader at Jack's BBQ, has seen more homeless people come into his business lately on Lower Broadway.
It definitely has increased over the last year or so, since COVID.
McKinley has security at the door, but he says he would like to see more of a police presence. I reached out to Metro Police Department and they told me they started an entertainment district initiative from Thursday to Sunday nights where they have up to an additional 70 officers on Lower Broadway. But Burgess Clark, who lives a block away from Broadway, says this needs to happen every night of the week.
Police presence is here. It's a hockey game or a concert. You can definitely see that is, more officers down here, and there's not many.
Because of this, he sometimes feels unsafe walking near Broadway where the sun goes down.
It's scary because some of these guys are in alleys at night.
He is seeing his customers get harassed too.
Some of our customers slightly get harassed, maybe in the line or coming through the door. Can I get $1 here? Can I get $1 there? So we try our best. Sometimes we'll throw a pork sandwich your way, whatever.
Local police say organized crime rings are targeting downtown Broadway. Pickpockets man that she met on Broadway. Suspected Broadway pickpockets arrested, charged with theft. Man wanted for stealing from people on Broadway. Nashville tourists say they were drugged and robbed at a bar on Broadway. During NFL draft, men say they were drugged in a downtown bar on Broadway. Tourists in Music City say they were drugged and robbed on Broadway. 26-year-old assaulted outside a Nashville bar, left in a coma by a security officer on Broadway. That someone is taking a piece of you. Nashville roofie victim roofied on Broadway. Security guard's license suspended after alleged assault on Broadway. Nashville tourists say they were robbed at a bar on Broadway. Nashville veteran visiting Nashville says he was drugged and robbed at a bar on Broadway. People are being drugged in bars, but it's too difficult to prove and prosecute. And this one was on TikTok. She says, I seriously thought I was dying. Woman said she was roofied at a bar on Broadway. And I quoted from the article. She adds in her video that the doctor told her, she was told by the doctor that Lucas Bryan's bar is the most #1 bar they've had girls her age in come in being roofied. And then I asked him if Riley was at Luke's when he sent the text to his mom about the drink tasting funny like barbecue. He said yes, it was at Luke's.
Now to another case we've been following closely from day one. The family of college student Riley Strain, who was found dead in a river in Nashville, says the facts from the night he died, they just don't add up. Riley disappeared after he was kicked out of a bar on March 8th. He was in Nashville with his fraternity brothers and friends from the University of Missouri for their formal that weekend. But now, weeks after his body was found, it's a text message that Riley sent to his mom that night that's bothering her. She shared that message with senior national correspondent Brian Enton during their exclusive sit-down interview. Brian joins me live now. Brian, what was the text message that he sent mom, and why was it so disturbing to her?
Yeah, this is the first time that the family is talking about this. It was really a very, very emotional interview, Mark. You can imagine. Riley went missing the beginning of March. His body was discovered in Nashville a couple of weeks later. We obviously covered the story really extensively. their focus was so much on finding Riley. But now they say that they've sort of had a moment to process all of this as they continue to grieve. There are so many more questions and things that have come up. And one of those questions has to do with the text message that you just mentioned. It's a conversation that Riley had with his mother before he went missing and left the bar about the way his drink tasted. And again, this is the first time she has spoken about this, but it could be very, very important when it comes to what happened here. Now listen to what she told me, Marky.
He had sent me a text and said that he had he was drinking a rum and coke and it didn't taste good. And I said, well, you probably shouldn't drink it then. He goes, well, it tastes like barbecue. And I go, well, that sounds awful. And he said, well, it sounds good, but it's not.
When a rum and coke normally tastes the same, I mean, that's not something that you really normally tastes any different.
Right.
It has a very consistent taste.
Yes, yes. And that's why I'm like, you probably shouldn't drink that then.
Do you think that could have something to do with what happened?
Yeah, maybe there was something in it that shouldn't have been.
And so, Marky, this is now one of the things that the family is zero
Okay, hopefully I fixed that. That was super weird. Um, you can hear me? Okay, my avatar's bouncing again, so I'm gonna hope that you guys can hear me. Okay. 1 second. Holy. I don't really do well with like emotions and feelings and stuff, so I see all of your comments and I thank you for your prayers and your support. This is my way of dealing with it, is just not thinking about it and to keep moving. My husband is caught in traffic on the lovely interstate of our lovely state. That is a clusterfuck. So he's still quite a ways out. When he's about 20 minutes away from the house, he's going to call me so I can be ready. And y'all will have that heads up so I don't just burn off and leave on you guys. I appreciate your thoughts and prayers, but y'all are doing me justice by keeping me thinking about something else. Thank you so much. Uh, Bia, my mother-in-law is she had a, long story short, she had a some kind of clot to the brain and it caused a stroke, and she's been in and out of the ICU for a couple of weeks now, but she was in the life care and was in the process of recuperating and stuff and doing physical therapy. And a few hours ago, they moved her back to ICU because she had another stroke. So, not really sure what's going on because we haven't got there yet. I'm gonna mute. I will be right back.
know.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
She had donuts, so they're friends. Oh, this is new. Hi, what's your name? What's your name?
I'm Kelly Ritchie.
Hi, Kelly. Nice to meet you.
One that kept telling you tonight, please turn around, please turn around. I was so worried about you.
Thank you, Kelly.
I'm glad you're safe. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you for the support. All right, so we're gonna just go down here and see what's going on.
Versus and I posted it, and I got so much backlash for that. And most of it was good.
This is, I don't know where this came from.
following up on a lead, and that's why they
Yellow sign. This is what breaking news. There is new unreleased security footage of missing 22-year-old Riley Strain. The footage shows Riley walking past the first bridge and going out of sight at the yellow sign. This is what Chris, the family spokesperson, had to say.
We now have another very small piece of this. The police department has not shown it, and there may be actually something that they're following up on a lead, and that's why they have not shown it to the public. But for right now, what we'd had is the last part of footage we had seen was the police officer footage cam, which is just down past us just a little bit. The wild part about it is when the police showed the footage to them, there is actually two. If you can kind of look back up the hill there, I think those are elevator shafts for the very large parking garage that is located right here in this area. Just to the right one, the right parking garage vent system is actually CCTV. So we now know that from the police cam video to where he comes underneath the bridge to actually this pole right here where we have Riley's picture hanging, looking for him, he stopped here for about 5 to 6 seconds and stopped. He never looked up the hill. He never had no intentions of crossing the road or going up those steps. So that's a piece of the puzzle that we have. For fact, he did not go back west or back into town. He did keep going forward down this way, going north. Just past about where the tent is set up today, where the ladies are handing out flyers for searching for Riley and getting general information, there's a yellow caution sign for the bridge height, which is like 14'3", which is ironically very, very close to where the homeless person that made the story that came out that he yelled back up, hey, it's nothing but a drunk guy. We're almost 0.0 at that spot. So we have footage from Riley from here to there. Thankfully, it's still spring, and there is the leaves haven't bloomed yet. Actually, the blossom tree that's up there, it hadn't bloomed yet. It just come. We've had people say, wow, that's just started blossoming here just recently. So we do have footage. There's nothing that the family saw that looked any out of the ordinary from everybody else except for the scooters, the normal people walking, the time flows. Riley, actually, it's a little bit of a decline at this spot. Riley was moving along pretty good. We don't think he was running, but he was aggressively, at 6'5", you've got a long gallop, he's going to be moving pretty quickly. And literally at that point, he goes out. What that does is that narrows down. We have shrunk it to about a 50 to 75 yard window now without any video footage. So today, we've actually got two groups that are going to be in the water. The United Cajun Navy, they actually went out of Shelby. If you're familiar with Nashville, back in this area yesterday, an additional 20 to these watches and every news source is the reason we've been the police decisions. We're just trying to get information to get Riley home, and sincerely, what you get, we love it. Thank you.
guess I'm gonna have to pull out my flashlight.
Yeah, for 2 lights.
Fuck.
This is pretty crazy. We are underneath. Because it looks like it ends up here. Yeah, I don't see anything.
Where the fuck are we?
Might as well go check.
Right here.
If they were gonna put something in here, they'd put it deep.
Hey, why?
You'd think. Oh.
Look, it gets back further.
It does, it's just blocked by all this shit.
And they went. But the other one was a bigger cave system.
Yeah, the other one's an actual cave.
Yeah. It's an iPhone.
It's an iPhone.
I'm not touching it.
We have to touch it. We have to bring it up there.
I know, look, there's like fingerprints on it.
Or pick it up with something. Should we call the police?
I mean, but there's like a description of his phone, I think.
Don't get cut by that shit.
I know, yeah. Oh my god, it's like a jail.
Damn, look at that shit. Look at all this.
Dude, holy fuck. Dude, holy fuck.
It's pretty crazy. Okay, look on the other side of that wall. If you want to get in there.
Huh?
I don't know how we get in there, man. I can look on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, there's no ground.
I know.
What the fuck it used to be? None of this shit was so
I head in here. It's wild.
2 dogs down there.
Oh, I don't want to get bit by the dogs. How are you?
Both down there.
How you holding up?
Sweet, so.
How you holding up?
I said,
That's, you know,
That-
dangerous for him.
that's a little bitty tiny white ass back there. Like it's nothing. What's up, you guy with his camera? Like, oh, I would be so scared. But I appreciate you doing it because I enjoy watching it. But hell to the no. Are you crazy? And not in the daytime, nighttime, no time. Like, nope, not me. I'll watch from right here. What the hell? Anyways, let's keep going. It's about to get interesting. And yes, I know these were from when Riley was still missing, but I have this thing whenever I deep dive cases, whenever new information comes out or my perspective shifts as far as what I think happened, I go back and I look at everything, all the evidence, especially if there's anything video wise, and I look at it again and with that new perspective in mind, and I see stuff that I didn't see before, or I interpret stuff differently, and it's just a whole thing. You'll get used to it. As long as it wasn't a deep.
Look at this, folks. This is the area where the law enforcement seems to be focused, between these two bridges. Woodland, that's Woodland, and even got a bicycle down here, folks. You have information? I'm gonna try to. Hey, what's going on?
Look, this guy over here, I trust him, he trusts me. I've been talking.
This, my friend, is what we call a Mexican American. Holy hell. Say, I don't even know. I had to put the subtitles on because honestly, like I could only understand every other word, and I speak hillbilly. So, any hoosers. But anyways, I'd like to introduce you to my uncle. I'm just kidding.
To him for almost 2 hours back and forth. Give him some stuff, confidence. Things about.
What's going on?
Look, this guy over here, I trust him, he trusts me. I've been talking to him for almost 2 hours back and forth. Give him some stuff, confidence. He's told me some things about on Hermitage Avenue, the Tennessee encampment.
Okay, I had to back that up a couple of times. And I'm not sure if, because what comes up on the subtitles, I don't think is what he meant. I think he meant the
confidence. He's told me.
wise man once told me, family don't end in blood. But it doesn't start there either. Family cares about you, not what you can do for them. Family's there through the good, bad.
If I would've known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would've made the moments last a little longer.
What do you need, great Cornelio? Go ahead. That's not it. I need TP from my bunghole. Oh, we fresh out a TP from bunghole. I don't know. No. Hello, I understand you want to be like the great Cornholio. You must first find TP from my bunghole.
No running or jumping.